Hi, I'm Roger, a regular guy with a hotline to spirit. Are we broken? Are we ill? Are we in need of repair? See you in a bit.
Gande ho, gai he hayun dayaho, gai dayaho. Ha.
So, I do a lot of sessions every day, by phone, of course, and there seems to be, like I did today, there seems to be a misunderstanding by the person I'm on the phone with of what our point of departure is, or what's at the top, at least on my dashboard, of who I have in front of me. And it makes perfect sense, because when I go to do a session, the person that's in front of me is perfect and complete. No one is broken, no one is ill, and no one is in need of repair. And when I was teaching workshops to healers, I would say to them up front, the client that shows up is not broken, ill, or in need of repair. Don't be thinking poor them. What you have in front of you actually is a divine being having a divine experience that is calling you to be part of it through the law of correspondence. So one finger is pointing out to the client, the person in front of them, three are pointing back. So be open to what you are there to receive from the session as well. That being said, when I start a session, I always come from a place that the person in front of me, because it's true, is perfect and complete. That no one is broken, no one is ill, no one is in need of repair. And very often the person on the phone thinks quite the opposite. And the circumstances in their life would have them absolutely think that. But that's not what's really happening. What's going on is the person has forgotten or just forgone what they actually are, which they're divine. And because they are divine, whatever they focus on, whatever they lay on top of what they are, whatever they identify with, is going to expand. So I just come along, and I also get to see their soul expression and feel and hear from spirit as well, their soul expression, their design. It's just what I do. And and I'm grateful I have that ability, because I get to walk people back to what they are, and while clearing what they are not, what they've laid on top by identifying with different things that are false. Does that make sense? So it is so important that we all understand that no one is ill, no one is broken, no one is in need of repair. What we are experiencing is what we have laid on top of the great divinity of what we are, this great light. How does that work actually? So I'm going to give you some examples. So I want you to understand it this way. We are light, right? Even the Kabbalah says the Kabbalah says everything is 99.9% light. The archangels say to me, as they often do, that that's actually quite conservative. If everything is light and constantly expanding in the universe, the multiverse, how can it only be 99.9% light? But that's not today's focus. So, but it's good to remember. So we are light, and as we expand and radiate our light out from our beings, what we hold in our fields gets communicated outwardly to reality. Let me actually step back a moment. Let me not get ahead of myself, and I don't want to lose you. As we experience life, we have, lack of a better phrase, different hard drives in different areas where we have different hard drives for specific reasons. We have a hard drive in our brain, we have a hard drive throughout our whole body. And we have millions and millions of neuropeptides where we hold information in our brains. And we have millions and millions of neuropeptides in our physical body, our cellular memory map, and our organs. It's fascinating. And the ones in our brains hold the sequential order of things, dates. In 1492, Columbus sailed. Yes, the ocean blue. Birth dates, anniversaries, holidays. But the cellular memory map, the hard drive in our physical body, the millions and millions of neuropeptides that hold information, our wiring, holds the emotional memory of all of those events. It's a brilliant use of space, right? And if anyone knows anything about hard drives, we always need more space. So we got a lot of space in our bodies. The other interesting thing is we also have a hard drive in our fields. So we have fields that radiate out from us that hold information and hold many things. Energetic imprints, beliefs, patterns. And those are gathered based upon our experiences, and they're stored also in our fields, going far out from our bodies. As a matter of fact, we can't measure how far out our fields extend yet. And we also hold them in our chakra system, our energy centers throughout our body, information. So we have so much area, different area, of such a variety of areas where we can store information and store all sorts of things that we feel we need to survive. Remember, the most important thing for the organism, us, is survival. So a lot of information is also passed down to us from our parents while we are in the womb, or when we're little children, or even at conception. And it's stored, a great deal of it, in our cellular memory map, our bodies. And that can go generations back, many. So what happens if that data is outdated? It no longer applies, and we're still holding it. And if we're still holding it, it's still in play, it's still vibrating, it's still in resonance, and we're in resonance with it, and it's being communicated in us, our physical bodies, and out into the world through our light, through what we are, which is divinity. Whether we are conscious of it or not, whether it's conscious or subconscious, it gets sent out and sent in. And we have that experience added to whatever experience we're thinking we want to have. And the interesting thing is, many interesting things here, all those things we're holding, which is quite a bit, in many, many categories, affects how we think and feel. And if it's affecting how we think and feel, and what we think and feel vibrates and creates reality, expresses itself of what we desire to experience to the 0-point energy field, or what we call reality, and what we think and feel sends out an electromagnetic vibration which organizes matter, then we better get really clear on what we are and relinquish and clear what we are not. But always, 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 what we are is perfect and complete. We are divine, and whatever we expand, whatever we put our juices to, our light to, is going to come and meet us. Life is a meet and greet of how and what we are being. So no one is broken or ill or in need of repair. They are experiencing basically what they are holding. You can only experience what you have. If you have an experience, it is impossible for you to have that experience unless you're already holding it. Impossible. So I start the session with a clear understanding of that you are perfect and complete. That, again, no one is broken, ill, or in need of repair. So I look at, and I get told from Spirit, and I get to see, hear and feel their soul expression, their divinity that they are. And I just say, oh, why are you doing that? That's a silly thing. I just remove that. And I'll take out that. And then I'll put in what has been kept at bay, which is very often love and light. Actually, love and light. And if you put into something what they naturally inherently are, they're going to thrive. And that's what we do in a session, but that's what we do in life, and that's what we're supposed to do, because we come here to this planet to thrive, to experience thrivation. I want you to just put up right up front on your dashboard that you are perfect and complete, that you are not broken, you are not ill, you are not in need of repair. What you are experiencing, even if you had an accident or a bad fall or an illness, you are experiencing a vibration of something that you're holding. And it would be best for you to uncover what that is and clear it, because it is very much getting or calling your attention to it. That's what that is about. You haven't done anything wrong. It is not about punishment. You have not sinned or have not been forgiven. It is you are holding something that is not of your divinity. And remember, please, that you are perfect and complete, and you can clear that, and you can heal. What's healing? Healing, if you look it up, means movement into wholeness. So actually the injury, the illness, the occurrence, the difficulty you're experiencing is helping you redirect your focus and your ability to create. You've gone off. You know, it's funny, it makes me think of the word sin. It's used very often in religions, and that's not the origin of the word. The origin of the word sin, when someone has sinned, was in archery, to shoot an arrow, and if you missed the target, it was then said that you sinned, you missed the target. So if we use that word, we sin when we misinterpret what we are, which is divine, perfect and complete. So to change, very often we need to have that challenge in our lives in order to change lifelines, in order to remember, in order to embrace what we are and to drop the false identity. So challenges help us in soul emergence, to emerge in what we are. I hope that's helpful. Remember, no one's broken, no one's ill, no one's in need of repair. We're perfect and complete. Have a great day. If you like this video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, ring the bell so you know next time I drop a video, and share this with people so they know what they are and our starting place is. Much love to you, much joy.